What if a quiet American house held a secret so dark that people still fear it today? Quiet town in the small town of Amityville. Everything looked peaceful. Tree-lined streets, friendly neighbors, and ordinary families living normal lives. But in 1974, something happened inside a house on Ocean Avenue that would shock the entire United States. At first, people thought it was just another neighborhood home. No one imagined it would become one of the most talked about horror stories in American history. The events that unfolded there would inspire books, movies, and endless debates. Even today, many people argue about what truly happened inside that house. Was it simply a crime, or was something darker involved? Before the world knew the story, the DeFeo family lived there like any other household. But one cold November night, the calm of the town was shattered forever. And the mystery that began that night still sends chills down people's spines decades later. Late one night in November 1974, the peaceful neighborhood suddenly became the center of a terrifying mystery. Police cars, flashing lights, and confused neighbors filled the streets. Inside the house, something unimaginable had happened. The case quickly drew attention across the country because it seemed so strange and disturbing. Authorities began investigating how such a tragedy could occur in such a quiet town. People asked many questions. Was there a warning sign? Did anyone notice anything unusual before that night? As news spread, curiosity and fear grew together. Residents of the town could not believe something so shocking had happened so close to their homes. Reporters arrived, trying to understand the story behind the tragedy. What they discovered would soon become one of the most famous crime cases in American history, leaving behind mysteries that people would debate. The man behind the crime, investigators soon focused on a young man named Ronald DeFeo Jr. His story raised many questions. At first, his explanation of the events did not seem clear. Police worked carefully to understand what truly happened that night and why. As more details came out, the case shocked the nation even more. People were trying to understand how someone connected to the house could be involved in such a tragic event. News channels and newspapers covered the story daily, and the town suddenly became famous for all the wrong reasons. The investigation revealed strange timelines, confusing statements, and unanswered questions. Many people wondered whether the house itself had a dark influence or if it was simply a terrible human act. Even now, some believe the truth about that night has never been fully understood. A house with a dark reputation after the tragedy, the house on Ocean Avenue gained a chilling reputation. Many people avoided walking past it, especially at night. Stories began spreading about strange feelings, unexplained sounds, and an unsettling atmosphere. Some residents believed the house carried a dark history, while others thought these rumors were just fear growing out of a tragic event. But the stories didn't stop. In fact, they kept growing over time. The house became known far beyond the town itself. Curious visitors even came to see it from outside, hoping to understand why it became so famous. The mystery surrounding the house turned it into a legend. People started asking whether the location itself held secrets that had not yet been discovered. And this was only the beginning of the story that would soon capture the attention of millions. A new family moves in about a year later. Another family decided to move into the house. They believed the rumors were exaggerated and that the home was simply misunderstood. At first, everything seemed normal. The family tried to live peacefully and ignore the stories people told about the place. However, strange experiences soon began to worry them. They claimed the house felt unusual at times, and small things seemed out of place. Whether these events were real or caused by fear is still debated today, but the family became increasingly uncomfortable living there. What started as hope for a fresh start slowly turned into something unsettling. Eventually, their story reached the media, and people across the country began paying attention again. The mystery of the house was growing bigger than anyone expected. Rumors spread across America as the new family shared their experiences. The story quickly spread across the United States. Television programs, newspapers, and magazines began discussing the strange claims connected to the house. Some people believed the family completely, saying that certain places can hold dark histories. Others argued that fear and imagination might have played a role. Regardless of what people believed, the story captured the public's attention. The house in Amityville was no longer just a crime scene, it had become a national mystery. Tourists, reporters, and curious visitors wanted to learn more. The debate between believers and skeptics grew stronger each year. Was the house truly unusual, or was the story simply becoming more dramatic over time? The truth remained unclear, which only made the story more fascinating. The story becomes a book eventually. The events inspired a famous book called the Amityville Horror. The book told the story of the house and the family's experiences in a dramatic way. Readers across the world became interested in the mystery, and the story spread far beyond America. Some people treated it as a warning, while others saw it as a fascinating mystery. The book's popularity made the house one of the most famous haunted locations in history. However, it also created more questions. Critics wondered how much of the story was factual and how much might have been exaggerated. Still, the impact of the book was undeniable. It turned a tragic event into a story that would live on for generations. Soon after the book's success, filmmakers turned the story into movies. Audiences were drawn to the mystery and suspense surrounding the house. The films made the story even more famous, bringing it to viewers around the world. People who had never heard of Amityville suddenly became curious about the real events behind the story. The combination of crime, mystery, and rumors created a powerful narrative that fascinated millions. But with fame came controversy. Many investigators and journalists began examining the details again, trying to separate fact from fiction. Over time, debates grew stronger. Some believed the movies exaggerated the story, while others insisted something unusual truly happened there. Regardless of the truth, the legend continued to grow. Questions that remain even decades later. People still ask what really happened in that house. Some believe it was simply a tragic crime followed by rumors and imagination. Others think there might be more to the story that was never fully explained. Investigators, writers, and historians have studied the case many times, yet every answer seems to lead to another question. That is why the story continues to attract attention today. The mix of real events and mysterious claims makes it unforgettable. For many people, it represents how a single night can change a place forever. The town moved forward, but the legend remained alive in books, films, and conversations around the world. Why the story still chills people today? The Amityville case remains one of the most famous and debated stories in American history. People are still fascinated by it because it blends real tragedy with unexplained mystery. Some visit the town just to see the house from outside, while others research the case to understand what truly happened. The story reminds us how quickly a normal place can become known for something dark and unforgettable. Whether someone believes the supernatural rumors or not, one thing is certain: the events in that house changed the town forever. And that is why the story continues to capture imaginations even after so many years. The truth may never be fully known, but the mystery of Amityville will likely continue to send chills through people for generations to come. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also share it with your friends and family so they can discover these incredible stories too. And make sure you subscribe to SJN History and turn on notifications so you never miss any updates or new videos from the channel. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next story on SJN History.